welcome to the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025. Coming to you live from Chengdu, China. It is the first day of stage number 2. That means only 8 teams of the 16 have survived to this round. It is a round robin where the top seed in group number 1 will be playing the runners-up from group number 2. Croatia will be battling against China to start off the day on table number 1. We've got 2 separate team matches today. The first session begins now inside the Sichuan Gymnasium. I'm Adam Bobrow, and alongside me a familiar friend of table tennis we'll bring in shortly. As a matter of fact, why not now? Fraser Riley, welcome to the commentary booth for day number 4.
Thank you so much, Adam. Very much looking forward to seeing the start of stage number 2 unfold. Great to be with you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. I think much of the table tennis world is anxiously awaiting the defending champions back-to-back in 2023 and 2024. Team China. Now remember, it's just one team per association because it's a combined force of the men and women. And here's a look at the battle to come. China versus Croatia. China last night was unstoppable against Chile. Despite some good fights from the Chileans, it was an 8-0 victory for China. Croatia in the opening rounds, taking down India, putting up a good fight against Japan, and really doing well. Australia, man, so Croatia in wonderful form. I think their mixed doubles pair has been really starring. They'll start off the battle. If you're not familiar with the format, we start with mixed doubles, then we go to women's singles. Following that, it is men's singles. And after that, should there need be any more matches, men's and women's doubles in whatever order is determined beforehand by the team that is trailing. Here's the standing right now. Top seeds from each group: China, Japan, Korea Republic, and Germany. And the second seeds, all tied for 5th place: Hong Kong, China, Croatia, Sweden, and France. France had a tough road to get here. Germany, France, and Romania all in the same group.
Yeah, group number 4 was like a European group of death. You know, France barely made it through. Romania really tested them up to that last decider in the men's doubles, and the LeBrun brothers, the European champions, managed to pull through there against Ionescu and Bolivianu.
We've had a lot of interesting battles so far. Even Team Japan has been tested, with Manika Batra and Manav Tucker taking wins over Mima Ito and Sora Matsushima respectively. But Team India has been eliminated. So this is who remains. Of these 8 teams, only 4 will move on to the semifinals, and after that it'll be a battle for 3rd place and a battle for 1st place. You're watching table number 1, one of 2 tables in action, and it's the first team to win 8 points, 1 point per game. Each match has 3 games in it until one team has 8 points. So for China, that means a 3-0 win in the first, a 3-0 win in the second, and a 2-0 win in the third could be enough. It'll be up to Croatia to get as many games as they can here. Remember, this is not elimination. It is a group. It is round robin. So every single game will matter. You never know. After all, the runners-up last year, Team Korea, were beaten 8-1. So even an 8-2 loss, taking 2 games, could be the difference between being 5th place and moving on to the semifinals. So as the light show continues, get yourselves ready, because we've got a team matchup that the world will be watching all in unison.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025, presented by China Telecom. Stage 2.
女士们，这是由中国电信呈现的2025年成都国际乒联混合团体世界杯第2阶段比赛即将开始。
Let's welcome the players.
让我们欢迎运动员入场。
And now enters Team Croatia, Lea Rakovac, Hana Arapovic, Tomislav Pucar, Ivana Malobovic. After that, Frane Kojic, Mateja Jaeger, and on the right, Ivor Ban. This is the team. That is why there are more women than men by one player in this entire competition. They've got 4 women here and 3 men. Frane Kojic, strong player. You'll be seeing Ivana Malobovic playing later on the chopper. She is 45 years old and she's got Tomislav Pucar behind her. Hana Arapovic starts it off, and Lea Rakovac, incredible fight and feeling. Yang Zilio getting the best of her in a very tight fight, but Croatia's been strong. That said, when it comes to strength, the standard is set by the dream team on screen. Sunying Sha, Wang Chuqin, Wang Manyu, Lin Shidong, Kwai Man, Liang Jingqun, Wang Yidi, and Xu Yingbin are those representing the flag that flies the highest in table tennis. The youngest of them all, Lin Shidong. Xu Yingbin from the far right, Wang Yidi just next to him. Liang Jingqun was strong yesterday. He's the big brother of the team right now. Kwai Man you'll be seeing battling against the chopping 45-year-old Ivana, the mother of the other team. Lin Shidong in his fast hands, his power, his spin. Wang Manyu coming off her, well, Chinese national champs, all China games victory over Sunying Sha. Wang Chuqin Lionheart, the captain of the men's squad, and world #1 for well over 3 years now on the women's side, Sunying Sha. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear some Sunying Sha Wo Ai Ni chants from the crowd. They love their captain on the women's side, and the stadium is packed. Here's a look. It is all out there on the table. What stands out to you, Fraser?
Well, I can't wait to see the 3-time world champions set the tone here in the mixed doubles, Wang Chuqin and Sunying Sha, the Olympic champions, of course, as well. But they're tricky customers, the Croatians. Ivor Ban hit a ridiculous behind-the-back shot earlier on in this event. I don't think you might have seen it yet, but I'll show it you later.
It might have been blocked by his front, just the angle. No, that's incredible. I can't wait to see it. I've been impressed with him in his receive game. His backhands, he's dismissive, but yeah, please show me that behind the back. A look here at Croatia's results. So, some of these, I guess we've split some of these. What stood out to you?
Yeah, the one against India really stood out to me, Adam, because they were 7-6 up Croatia and India brought it back, sorry, it was 7-2 up and India brought it back to 7-6. So it was a bit nail-biting in the end, but they managed to get it done. That was, for me, the closest match in that group.
Well, there's a lot to talk about there. Team Hong Kong, China, the only team to get a single game against Team China. It's crazy to think that in the final last year, that's all they dropped was 1 game, but that's the statement of the level here for Team China. Table tennis fans know it. If you've been watching for the last few decades, well, it's pretty rare to see a real long-term challenge to Team China. Interesting times, though, coming off of, well, Montpellier, Frankfurt. There have been some pretty interesting upsets on both the men's and women's sides.
And at the recent Asian Team Championships, Team China came back in the men's team against Japan from 2-0 down. So there could be some tough tests here for the defending champions.
We will see as Xiao Zhan was there. We see Coach Shurbeck Jr. and Coach Nevin Kurkovic on the right. Incredibly fit. Sort of has the James Bond of Team Croatia vibe going. A lot of passion here. He talks to Ivor Ban, Hana Arapovic about the game they're going to play. The righty-lefty combo looked really solid at the table, but as you mentioned, 3-time and defending world champions here. The #1s in the food chain for both of their genders are here in mixed doubles. It's been back and forth here. Nice graphic on screen to see some of our favorite players on the left. All you have to do is walk around the stadium to see.
Red or blue?
But it's coin toss time.
Blue. Red for China. Red. Receive. Okay, which side? First server, Ban. He's serving. First server. And Wang Chuqin.
So the table has been set. Ivor Ban will serve first. Wang Chuqin chooses to receive. So we've got 3 games to play here as we have the 2-minute warm-up. If you're newer to table tennis, the serve must start from the right side and go on the diagonal in doubles only. Only time that line down the middle of the table means anything. Players must alternate shots. You'll see them signaling to each other between points to communicate their plans so that they know how to move, how to set each other up. They've been wonderful, the Croatian pair. What stood out for you about them?
For me, it's how well Arapovic has improved in the forehand department. She's a backhand-based player, stands fairly centrally at the table when she plays singles, but in doubles she gels so well with Ban with this favourable lefty-righty combination, and Ban's power over the table has been dismissive at times, especially with his flick. But how much chance will he get to do that against such pristine servers?
Well, we will see, and with the best view in the house, Roman Klecker from Czechia in the high chair. He'll be taking care of making sure everything is fair and square. Now, we'll have plenty of time to praise the two in red. So while they were on screen for a moment and we didn't before, we've mentioned some of their credits. Few weaknesses. The way they work together is like magic, and their skill sets leave very few holes in the game.
Well, they're just completely in sync. Even the way they go to wipe their hand on the table to get a bit of sweat off as well is completely synchronized. So yeah, they're the ones to beat. They're the best mixed doubles partnership in the world, the best that I've ever seen.
And in sync again right here, the Lance Bass and Justin Timberlake of Team China together as they clean. Xiao Zhan watching on between Liang Jingqun and Xu Yingbin. It'll be interesting to see the facial expressions and the VIP seats that all players have. Wang Manyu with the slightly darker natural do back.
Love all.
That said, we might not be seeing her play in this team matchup. Kuai Man for the first singles battle and Lin Shidong to follow. No one has gotten to a fourth match against Team China yet. It's Ivor Ban to serve, Wang Chuqin on receive.
Last one.
Doesn't miss by much here, but as you mentioned, the forehand improving quite a bit. Good attempt down the middle of the table, the shortest part from the middle.
Got a couple of very nice sort of faded receives, Arapovic at this event so far. So she's got good awareness off the half long. Most serves at this level are half long to try and get any indecision possible on the receiving end.
Wonderful start, but the Wang Chuqin forehand extended out wide, comes back and adds a lot of pressure.
Insane. Look at that, how Sun Ying-sha leaned to the left as well to let him go through with that light beam of a forehand.
How you work together in any doubles, the partnership really matters. We've seen this from the best. I think I saw a replay of the highlight where Xu Xin would hit the ball and Fan Zhendong would lean out of the way. It's Matrix-like. Eyes on the back of the head is how it feels. Nice parallel down the line, Ivor Ban, with the first time we've seen in some time that shot causing trouble.
Beautiful timing there, rhythm breaking backhand. Planted his feet, played the short side and surprised Wang Chuqin.
A little Olay moment for Sun Ying-sha as she dodges that ball.
Let 2-3.
Remember, right after you hit the ball in doubles, you become an obstruction, a target for the opposing team. The grunt, the preparation breath there from Ivor Ban. He's got a very fluid backhand.
And we'll get to see the fluid backhand of Thomas Laputsar as well later. I imagine he's going to be the singles pick. Sounded a little bit like Dmitry Ovcharov before he made contact there.
Quite a lot. There's Tomislav Putsar walking by in the background as Shasha dries the ball. That is the responsibility of the server.
4-3.
Good variation on the rotation on serve here. Shasha keeping it a bit of a guessing game for a player who's been incredibly confident on receive, and understandably so. They were down 1-3 and took 2 points into the first towel break, the Croatians.
Exceptional timing there from Wang Chuqin. Comes in on 1 foot, strikes it at the peak of the bounce there, bunny hop really into the ball.
A bunny hop from Lionheart. One of those sounds like an appetizer, the other sounds like the diner. Maybe dinner guest is the better term.
Yeah.
Regardless here, Chinese pair in front by 1. What we tend to see is the stronger players in the Chinese uniforms really pulling away at the end of the game. Seen a lot of pairs and a lot of players start off with a good lead. Just changing it up so well as he turns that racket head down. It's tough to know where the ball's going to go, and he goes parallel with it here.
soon as you see that your opponent is getting the elbow a little bit higher than normal, that's an indication that they're more likely to play a side spinny flick. And that was a great one there from Wang Chuqin. Barely any topspin on the ball.
7-4.
Biggest lead I can recall here. Team China up by 3 with the second serve. Arapovic, good hands.
5-7.
Soft touch on the receive and sets up a fourth ball for Ivo Orban, keeping Shasha off the attack.
And credit to them because, you know, these pushes have incredible quality, but that one wasn't quite as deep as the one that Ivo Orban had to try and spin down the line earlier. Had good speed and backspin, but the depth on the table is a key fundamental of a push.
I like this from the Croatian pair.
5-8.
Again, the majority of points are going to go the way of Team China. That's sort of the understanding. But what you can do to cause problems, they varied their spin. Slow and spinny from Arapovic so that Ivo Orban would then come in and try to quickly finish the point. Ooh,
9-5.
edge of the racket. And you would think it was a golf ball or a bowling ball by the body reaction here of Wang Chuqin. Take another look.
He's been a bit of a drama queen there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Trying to dodge, get out of the way.
He did.
The open eye, I think, is the one spot you don't want to get hit with a table tennis ball.
Ooh. Or a nail in a
9-5.
cold hall.
I guess cold halls change everything. Fascinating exchange.
9-6.
Did we just get a flat shot out of Shasha?
If we did that, it's not something you see every day of the week.
Wow. So from the bird's eye view, it seemed that Arapovic had a similar shot first and then stretched out Shasha. That said, Chinese pair 2 points away, 3 up.
Wow.
Open table, nobody's home. Both of the
6-10.
players have been evacuated. And the Chinese firefighters come right in through the front door to make sure that everything is taken care of. And it is. Wang Chuqin sets up 4 game points for the pair that have dominated the world the last 3 world championships. Olympic champions, all the big ones. And they take it 11-6.
Game to China.
A solid start, but an even more solid finish. That is how it works.
Second, okay. 中间，对吧？因为中间整个这个人一看反手还是中间，特别在中线这个位置相对弱一点。第三点注意就是说，他这轮你是要男的要反攻要你正确，根本不要去搏小反攻，我就扛住他，这就是就把这个3点注意就行。好，很好啊。
左手发球比想象的稍微转一点，是左手发球。
对，没错，那个。
Time. Time. Who will serve? Soon. Second game, soon to serve. Love all.
So back for game number 2, Shasha will start this off, which means that Hana Arapovic will be on the receive. Anything you would like to see out here from the Croatians, Fraser?
I think tactically this is good
Last
here.
one.
Ivo Orban knows that in terms of power, he doesn't want to, send the ball long and then for Arapovic to have to face big, strong attacks and drives. So touching for him increases the likelihood that she can start with the slow spin. And then Arapovic, as you can see, is trying to send the ball long because she backs Ivo Orban in the counter game. So I think initially, try and keep it tight.
Yeah, I guess it's really going to depend on where the opponents are standing, the positioning, and how to set up the best shot for your teammate. Ooh,
1-2.
just missing the baseline there, attempting a long serve. As you mentioned, serves are more commonly half long than anything, but a surprising fast long serve with good
No
placement.
flashlight, please.
Can be very effective in mixed doubles, or any doubles for that matter.
1-2.
But it has to be so precise because you're only serving to half of the table.
No
A little bit of
flash
self-policing.
photography, please. Thank you.
From the crowd there, making sure the players have clear vision.
Wow, again a long serve, and long serves are less common in doubles because the receivers know it's coming there, so that's bold play.
I think the fact that they expect Wang Chuqin to take a backhand receive. They figure we want to keep you as far away from us as possible so you have less angles, we have more time to react. Good placement into the elbow, catching Shasha on the crossover. Ivo Orban puts the pressure on.
It's a trademark shot here. Beautiful, good stance, balancing himself with his free arm, still head.
It looks like he's got barely any backswing. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say while the Chinese pair win this point, Xia and Wang Chuqin. Ivo Orban's backhand is really tough to read, and his wrist is so loose. Nice change of pace there in the end. The look. He's like a giant surveillance camera over the court, taking it all in.
Left. 3-all.
By the way, Ivo Orban is only 22 years of age.
And also maybe more shocking for a lot of the world ranked number 321. And he's competing out here, causing trouble for the best in the world. Ooh,
3-4.
And in this moment, for himself more so. In recent history, the Croatians have given 2 gifts on serve, but that's the pressure of the receivers. They have to take chances. They have to try to make it uncomfortable, serve out of their comfort zone,
Make
verticality.
sure the service is vertical. Yeah.
There's the question, the warning on verticality. That one pretty clearly more than 30 degrees. So that was, I would say, a very generous warning from Roman Klecker.
TTR is in use here.
Yeah, for 1, and 2, it's not required that you get a warning before a fault. So he should toss this a little higher. Ooh. Tempting a little bit, still
5-3.
quite close. That said, Wang Chuqin right here after the soft hands of Xia. A little bit of height on Arapovic's touch. And over the table, Wang Chuqin will let very few of those go.
63 kilometers per hour. As you can see by the little graphic in the right corner.
6-3.
Incredible.
Also 63 on the scoreboard right now. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Hang on.
3-7.
Tight serve, the flick attempted, trying to put some pressure on Arapovic. Again, server's responsibility to dry the ball as Ivo Orban calls for the serve he wants, that he thinks will be the most effective in setting their team up with a point. Wonderful long serve, despite missing the first one we saw. She's been 2 for 3 to my memory.
Right on the line, a little bit of surprise factor, and it really, really has to. With Wang Chuqin on receive, we know he can pivot that corner so quickly.
Whoa. Beautiful shot to pull out of the pocket there. Ivo Orban making some magic on a fadeaway.
That's a really impressive shot out the crossover, and Sun Ying Xia just about able to block it back.
Talked about Ivo Orban being 22, Hana Arapovic, 21 years old. The younger of the 2 youngsters representing Croatia to start it off. Bit of extra juice on this one, loaded up for the spin. You could hear the pre-shot grunt from Ivo Orban. He's made ambitious shots, even more ambitious than this. You could see the racket speed. It felt like he was trying to drive with a good amount of spin, but heavy spin on the serve protects. Remember, China leading 1-0 in the mixed team battle right now.
Let 5-9.
Well, that service toss was the cleanest we've seen in some time. I mean, that was the most vertical. Will it affect the serve itself? Let's see. Many have had trouble with the reverse
5-10.
pendulum, but not Shasha. Sets up 5 game points for a 2-0 lead. Side swiping received the confidence. You just felt like she had so many options. Game and match point for the Chinese pair.
Let 5-10.
So there it is, another door closed. 11-5. The Chinese pair with double the points of their opponents so far. Relatively quick business. And back to a slightly more conventional service toss from Ivo Orban. All that said, Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha leaving nothing to chance at this point in time.
好，在此提醒一下现场的各位观众朋友，在开票及录像时，请关闭闪光灯，请关闭闪光灯。各位现在可以趁着现在的时间赶快检查一下。感谢各位配合，谢谢。
Sad kod sola i odriskira, nema na pola. Kad ideš onda kaže da i koncentracija ovo je prvo.
Who will serve? Who will serve? Ban to Wang Chuqin. Third game, Ban to serve. Love all.
Looking for a point wherever they can grab one, the Croatian pair. Trying here in this third game.
Love one.
It's tough to gain control of the table. Immediately the Croatians a step behind and the Chinese pair still right at the baseline.
Yeah, they're just playing such short, snappy strokes, abbreviating wherever needed. You feel like the Croatians have to keep trying to play the parallels as much as possible.
2-love.
And even though the Chinese pair win this point, it still feels like the Croatians in that last point did bring something different out, did put a different level of stress on the leading pair.
Let 2-love.
Could have been a similar warning here. Both of the lefties. Most pros really. Just making sure the ball is clear. Ball kids out of the way.
3-love.
And an outright service point on the pendulum, deception on the underspin, and a timeout on the Croatian side, just like any other match. Each side gets 1 timeout per match. It's a little conversation to see if they can put more pressure on and take this last point in this 3-game battle.
A vidi se kad je s druge strane, ovako ovdje produži. Mola isto po svoj deliš. Ide toga je serija hrana, drži se. Vidi strane. Kada što tu ide. Još svaki pojem koji godimo super. Daj, mi smo tu, idemo. Idemo.
So I know neither of us are native Croatian speakers. It's a little bit of game of charades. Anything you picked up or sense from that timeout?
For me, it's a case of try and enjoy yourself, try and stay aggressive, and, you know, be relaxed. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you want to talk tactically, Chuqin and Sun Yingsha are the best pair in the world. This is probably the biggest crowd Ban and Arapovic have, you know, ever played in front of. So I doubt that there was too much tactics there.
Oh, the run through. A lot of chasing on the Croatian side, but they will switch sides of the table as the Chinese pair control the footwork on the other side. Enjoy this one more time. The move, a duck and cover from Sha, and she's right back up for that signature forehand, and it's Eva Orban just trying to get it back. The one thing that I thought might have been in the conversation as they switch sides and order of play was the receive game. How to surprise a little bit with the loose wrist, come across the ball, play out to the wide forehand.
5-1.
Surprise goes a long way at this level because if players are in position, they know what to do. The less time they have, the more that's on their to-do list, the more they have to juggle and balance before making a quality shot, and that often reduces the quality of the shot. So on the scoreboard now, the Croatian pair with their first point. Nice change of pace, slow, soft block, comes down not far behind the net. Arapovic recognizing Chuchin was a step back. And he just had to get so low to try and play that ball. It's natural to back up when the ball's a little bit high. So that was just hats off to Hanna Arapovic.
2-6.
I mean, if that's backspin, it doesn't look backspin by the way that Wang Chuqin's coming up the ball with the after motion there.
It's very deceptive. Again, the pendulum serve. Been around for a long time, but still yet to be mastered by anyone. Edge of the table here, the Croatians in it. I realize that statement could sound weird. That, you know, you've got the greatest of all time using the pendulum serve more than anyone. Both Sha and Wang Chuqin using it quite a lot as that ball nicks just the edge there. That said, there's still room for improvement in every aspect of everyone's game. And hooking forehand as Wang Chuqin sends it with side spin out to the middle of the table, right at the elbow of Eva Orban, and then hooking out to the forehand.
It's a nice shot over the table from Arapovic, but so well calibrated there. The Chinese at times just seem unbothered by spin.
Or anything that comes from the opponents.
Anything at all. And, you know, we talk about feeling and usually associate chop blocks with that, snake shots and whatnot around the net shots, but also it takes feeling to be able to drive a spinny ball so hard.
3-9.
It is difficult to calibrate and close your racket at just the right angle, change the trajectory of your stroke. But preparation, this is where the work comes in. We don't see the training halls. We hear the fans, we see the stars on the table, but it's the work that goes on 95% of the year when they're not in the spotlight, at least the way that is being broadcast internationally like right now.
4-9.
A little reminder, I don't think it's been mentioned yet on day 4, first day of stage number 2, but this is the first mixed team World Cup since the announcement that it will be part of the Olympic Games. So we've got bigger names here. Everybody's taking it that much more seriously now. And as hardware awaits, it is 6 game points for a bagel for the Chinese pair. Little change of heart there as he sets up for the serve. Now that was what the conversation looked like during the timeout. A beautiful flick. Get around the ball. Element of surprise. Under, side spin at first. At least she started from under and then adds the side spin. Wonderful flick from Arapovic to save a game point. And there it is, door closed. Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha, a class act and a master class at that. They've started it off and they passed the baton, as they have time and time again. 31 revolutions per second is relatively low. We know that he can generate a whole lot more. The after motion leaves it tough to read. And the receive into the net, it's frustrating to be on the receive and not get it back for a third shot. But 22 years old Eva Orban and 21 years old Hanna Arapovic put on a wonderful show and really fought the good fight. 6-5 and 5 was all they could take, but they had their moments of glory. And throughout this week so far, we've already seen what the Croatians are capable of. So that's just a statement as to how strong Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha are, with more than 200% the points of their opponents.
Yeah, overall a very good performance there. I think that was the first time ever encounter between those two particular partnerships, and Wang and Sun justify their clout and get China off to winning ways here in stage 2.
So speaking of first times ever to come, we've got a battle that you've probably never seen before, and neither have they. We've got Kwai Man, and we've got her opponent, the chopping mom for the team. She's social, she's as kind as can be, Ivana Malobovic. That'll be coming up. Women's singles with China and Croatia right after this.
Serva samo da se ubaci. Sad moraš puštati slobodno igra. Nema servu pići kroz forehand, kroz backhand. Krene u poen, samo je bitno da si noga. Ne bude se desiti. Da li izgubiš na 1, na 2, može dobiti sve. To nikad ne znam. Sve smo se nagledali. Jedan u tebi samo ona krvnička borba. Dobro? Ajmo, idemo. Ajmo, tamburanje. Idemo.
So here they are, the two that are about to come out in battle. Kwai Man, number 4 in the world at only 21 years old, is a bright shining star for Team China, following in the footsteps of Sun Yingsha and Wang Manyu, the generation before her. With Chen Xingtong just ahead, it's coin toss time with Pailan Luang Miliachai.
Serve. This side, this side. Service, service. This side, this side.
So Kwai Man wins the coin toss, it seems, chooses to serve. Ivana Malobovic, right here on screen, a classic chopper. I say that in terms of long pips, or variation anyway, in spin. We'll keep an eye on it, but she's 45 years old. She's world ranked number 127. She gets a lot of balls back in play. She's not afraid to play a big flat shot to finish a point. Kwai Man on the other side. Well, choppers against Team China, outside of Honoka Hashimoto, who has one of the best, if not the best record against Chinese opponents of any woman in the world. Choppers are rarely a problem for Team China. I'm Adam Bobrow, alongside me, Fraser Riley. Fraser, what are your thoughts coming into this match?
I can't wait to watch it, first and foremost. It's youth versus experience, and it's, you know, a matter of how well controlled Kwai Man can be. Can she be patient? Can she dance that line between being controlled and being aggressive without becoming too passive at certain moments? And I think that Malobovic is more of a classic defender. You won't see her, like some hybrid players such as Hashimoto, swoop in and attack as regularly. If so, it'll probably come in the form of a flat hit. So Kwai Man will have to have her wits about her.
Yeah, it is interesting to see, not so long ago, watching the flat kill shots of Polina Mikhailova. I think there is a lot from, say, this region of the world, Europe, that just have this incredibly killing shot waiting, not looking to rally as much when the forehand comes out. So in the warm-up, not turning the racket around. A little bit more comfortable to attack with the backhand. Malobovic.
First game, Kwai Man to serve. Love all.
So here we go, 3 games to play. Their first ever encounter, waiting on the forehand. Ivana Malobovic, Kwai Man with the serves.
One love.
It's almost shocking to see someone stand that far to the forehand side for a backhand from the start of the point. It's almost an invitation for the ball kid to be clear. No, an invitation for a long serve to the backhand.
Left 2.
Well, the third ball accepted the invitation for the serve.
I guess nullifying any spin on serve will be easier for Malobovic if she receives with the pips.
Love 3.
I think the defensive game is spectacular to watch, despite, let's say, its lack of results outside of Honoka Hashimoto for the most part against Team China in recent history. And the ball sits up a little bit, but it's baseline with topspin, and Kwai Man puts herself in a decent position from a high ball.
Yeah, it really is a breath of fresh air to see world-class choppers in action. We've already seen Linda Bergström here from Sweden as well. No Hashimoto or Sato for Japan.
4-1.
A little break off the net here. It's a first point for Ivana. It's tough to communicate how difficult it is to rally with a defender of this caliber.
1-5.
And using the pips there to come back and get aggressive, just trying to cause a little bit of, say, discomfort on the other side. Good side spin on the opening push too. Strawberry side spin.
Yeah, that was a nice one there. Quite man just staying relaxed. But you really have to be against the chopper.
1-6.
Doesn't look like Kwai Man's overthinking anything at the moment. She's just in a flow.
Seven, 1.
Now, normally against defenders, you see a lot longer rallies on average, but that's just the strength of Kwai Man. Good variation. So there are a lot of ways to bring a defender in and out, and not even using the push, Kwai Man is able to slowly spin to set up a much higher ball to kill on that one there.
And the fact that it was so shallow on the table made it tougher for Malababic to calibrate. And then right into the crossover, and there, another point. This is tough.
So she will twiddle after the serve to get the black side back to her forehand.
2-9.
Again, the reason is if you have pips on one side of your racket, you typically on serve want to have as much control to be able to generate as much spin as possible.
10-2.
Right into the crossover, and it is 8 game points for Kwai Man to deliver some quick business here in the first. There it is, long serve to the backhand. Fashionably late, accepting the invitation and taking game number 1, only leaving 2 slices of pizza on the other side. Those 2 points. So that unusual stance that we saw exploited in the very end. It was almost as if Kwai Man said, I don't even need it in the beginning. Let's see what I can do just playing a traditional game. And then in the end, we'll see how that affects the receive game of Ivana Malobabic. Game number 1, 11-2, Kwai Man adding another point. So China leads 4-0.
Second game, Malobabic to serve, love all.
Back for game 2 to start. Malobabic gets the first point. Off to a good start considering the way game number went score-wise. A little break off the net, slows the ball down, leaves it out in front of Ivana, forcing an uncomfortable reach. Right into that crossover. Like anybody else, a chopper's got to decide forehand or backhand.
Not to take anything away from Malababic because she's an incredible defender. But this is an interesting choice here from Croatia when you have Leia Rakovac, who got to the round of 16 of the Worlds.
1-3.
In your arsenal as well, and you've got Matea Jaeger. Something different
I think that's what the idea is. It's maybe something less common as a style. Might cause some trouble here.
Yeah.
A little fortune on the serve, catching the back edge. Deep for that baseline. Consistency, recovery. Kwai-man very calm after recovering the net.
Love the technique of the top Chinese players. The fundamentals are so strong. The way that she plants the feet, transfers the weight. It's as textbook as can be, really. Just so balanced. Oh.
Nothing could be done about this. This ball is wide as can be, out of reach. Kwai-man with the step around, the angle and everything. Okay, the winner, 56 kilometers per hour, 76 revolutions per second.
2-6.
Ooh.
I love the chop, but so does Kwai-man. It just opens a door for her. When that came down, I thought it would have led to much less comfort. Kwai-man had other ideas.
Yeah. Wasn't able to generate as much side spin as what I thought she did, Malababic. Great shot. Nevertheless.
7-4.
Seems to be in Kwai-man's hands here, but she's got double the points in this game than what she got in the opener. Malababic.
4-8.
But the step around on this one, swift as can be, the short side of the table, no problem. Kwai-man, 92 revolutions per second. That's crazy. We just saw something that's about 150% of what we just saw. Good attack, but it comes down baseline. A lob right there, jumps up to about head height. Lobs are not easy. In the women's game, again, on average, a little bit shorter than, say, the male side of the game. This one's sky high. Look how far above the head that ball is. It's uncomfortable on the shoulder. Another point for Kwai-man to go up by 5.
9-5.
Lots of side spin on that chop right there. Swerving it. Kwai-man, a very good controller of spin inside the table. She can trap it, come round the ball.
10-5.
Just picking her spots here.
So 5 game points for Kwai-man, match points as well.
11-5.
Only needs the one. A much stronger game in game number 2 from Ivana Malababic, but Kwai-man, another one in the bag. So not a game dropped yet for Team China. Fast long serve straight behind and no third ball needed. Sometimes just the danger, the conversation about the weapons that are waiting are enough to put the pressure on the receiver, and that is Kwai-man. 2-0 up, 1 game away from a bagel, everything going to plan.
Pomalo tu, pomalo tu, u zadnji trener u formu, ne možeš propavati. Jer ako bi bilo samo vraćanje, Third game, Kwai-man to serve, love all.
Back for game number 3, Kwai-man on the serve, leading 2-0.
1 love.
So I think any competitor knows what it's like to play somebody who's just way higher in the rankings than you, in the seedings and everything else, having an uphill battle.
1-0.
What do you think she can pull out? What can she try with greater expectations of success?
2-1.
I feel as though aggressive serving, like she's doing now, maybe more long, quick serves could help her into the backhand side of Kwai.
1-3.
A nice attack here, yeah?
She's got the attack. You know, when she's got time on the ball, when the ball sits up a little bit, she's got it.
That's wonderful. Again, in general, shorter pips, you can have a little bit more confidence to attack. After all, she did keep some spin on that backhand. It was a very full stroke backhand, not just a punch. So Kwai Man was down by 2 a moment ago. It was a good start here from Ivana. Right into that leg, calling for a Shushin swooping shot. Kwai Man levels it at 3 points apiece. I'm waiting for the moments in terms of variation. There was quite some variation in the chops. It's just tough for Ivana to do it in a way that's not noticeable. Sound is such an indicator. And one on the line, but caught up on 1 foot. It's Kwai Man on the other side who's right there to take advantage. Balance is so important in this play.
I think because she's not as quick as what she once was, she's trying to, you know, prevent certain things early doors, but then that's leaving her vulnerable in other ways, and Kwai Man's picking the perfect moments to go into the crossover section, to add additional rotation to the ball, and then play wide.
Jer tako ono, znaš kako zakesa. Kad dođe svaka prilika, bum! Jer tako, kako je bilo, sada to nismo. Kako ste rekao, servo u zadnji trener, ili duboko, betin ili form. I onda, kad povuče ti spin, ako je gurneš flak, nemaj gleda. Po flaku da će...
No way, it took off the jewelry. She got caught. Wow.
See that.
Neither did I in real time. I mean, it would have been a tough shot either way, but if you're stuck to your left hand, I could watch that one again. Wow. I want to watch that replay one more time in super slow-mo. That was crazy unusual.
I couldn't tell if it stopped her from playing the shot, if it just happened afterwards anyway, and it wouldn't have made a difference, but yeah, the replay would show that.
Yeah.
5-3.
I couldn't tell either, but it was simply something. All you have to do is realize that the curtain isn't fully peeled back, that you've got more to learn, and it just opens up so many other possibilities.
Yeah.
So 5 points in a row now for Kwai Man, one of which was straight out, the last one straight out of her opponent's timeout, and she continues on the streak, Kwai Man. Can't get a more confident receive than this. Kwai Man chilling and killing right now. Good use of side spin, changing the axis of rotation, something different from Ivana.
Yeah, this is what she needs to do as much as possible here. Chop with variation, change the rhythm as much as possible, try and catch Kwai Man out with the occasional punch. But this year's World Cup finalist still in a great position.
A little break here to add to the already, well, quite one-sided scoreboard. The attempt is there, gets the backhand attack in, gets a side spin chop. All that to say, 1 point away from a bagel, Kwai Man with 6 game points.
5-10.
Good long serve here, saves one. Very different sound, a defensive blade. And it's the top edge of the racket. Kwai Man closes the door. Quick handshake here. A humble handshake as they leave their rackets to be tested post-match, which happens from time to time depending on timing and different protocols and whatnot, but often more to do with timing of the teams. I'm curious, I'll learn more about it and I'll share as I learn, but Kwai Mon setting up a 6-0 lead. Ivana Milovovic put up a good fight, tried. Game number 2 took 5 points, started off with the lead in game number 3, stopped at 5 points once again. The world number 4 doing what she needed to do against the world number 127. So nearly 3 times the points of her opponent. Kwai Mon leaving nothing to chance here. Came in well prepared. Maybe expected a little bit of the unexpected, but there wasn't enough of it to cause serious damage. Coming up next, we've got Lin Shadong and Tomislav Pucar, 2 players inside the world top 40. That'll be the men's singles. It's a fight for survival on the Croatian side. Remember, not elimination round. A lot of action there on the bench on the Croatian side from Ivo Orban, and a lot more for you to look forward to with the world number 2, Lin Shadong, and Tomislav Pucar, world number 31, men's singles after this.
Red or blue? Red, blue for China. You won. Service, this side.
So handshakes after the coin toss. It's Lin Shadong and Tomislav Pucar battling for what might be the closest by world rankings. And by might be, I mean 100% is the closest on paper battle we've had in this team matchup. I'm Adam Bobrow. Excited to see this battle continue. Tomislav Pucar is wonderful in the service game. His backhand is good. He's got a lot of wingspan and reach. Good in the open rally. That said, Lin Shadong dominated the game the second half of last year, starring in the Shadong Show, where he took 5 of 6 major titles at WTT events. Came out world number 1 and spent the majority of this year in that spot until Wang Chuqin would take it back. Lin Shadong's got a lot of spin on both sides. Plays a very casual game. He's comfortable behind the table. I'm always curious how players stay calm with so much pressure on them. And Lin Shadong just looks like a player that doesn't feel stress at all. Seems to be in such a good mood all the time. Frane Kojic on the far left, Coach Čurbek Jr., the women's coach for Croatia, alongside Nevin Karkovic, who's pretty much the standard of fitness. New mix in here. Ma Lin has been, well, I imagine temporarily replaced. It's always good to have a women's coach. Wang Chuqin still waking up here. He's done his job already. In the lineup, the likelihood statistically is that this will be the last match. It's going to be up to Tomislav Pucar to extend Croatia's run here, or at least this team matchup. Remember, round robin,
First
stage
game,
number 2.
Serve, love all.
That means no matter what happens to Croatia, they are not out after this match. They still have 5 more team matches to play in this group.
Please, no flashlight.
Good quick call by Pucar on receive. Lin Shadong, world number 2, to start it off with the serves. And a third ball attack. The little hop step, a little Muhammad Ali here to keep the blood flowing. Light spin on the serve, and then quick to get the knees under the table.
Love to.
2 points and nothing more than the third ball needed. The dancing steps. Ooh.
Love 3.
Not even a second ball needed in this point. That's when you know you're good. Lin Shidong winning without touching it. Good pressure here as Putsar comes in for the third ball and the fifth. Stays right at the baseline. Still early parts of the game. Ripping backhand and fast feet to get around that corner. You might have seen a highlight of Tomislav Putsar on the internet against Manav Tucker, where he runs completely around the forehand side for a ball that came back over the net to swat it with his backhand.
2-4.
It's not just quick feet, it's a quick brain. If you don't know what to do, you can't start moving. I mean, you can, but you might be moving the wrong way. Putsar's not in that camp.
3-4.
Scoreline quite tight now after being down 0-3. Tomislav Putsar within one.
For all.
Table tennis for all. Putsar back in business. Side and topspin on the first and the wingspan. Putsar anticipates, moves well, gets it back, and then Lin Shidong tries to put even more side spin on the second one, or at least to play it wider. But the shot is a much lower percentage shot, and you can see the pain. Extended rally and a very, very gutsy shot here as the Chinese contingent watches on. Qin Zhijian, Secretary General, right there in the front on the right. Love rallies like this. If this shot comes down, it's trouble. Trying to finish the rally on that last. Tough position to be in, but Putsar in front once again. Now, for all the power that Putsar has, he doesn't use it here. He uses misdirection. Soft side spin, and then another short stroke for placement because he thinks, and with good reason, that Lin Shidong's expecting the ball to the forehand. With longer serve to change it up here. Lin Shidong making his comeback. Now, I said before, you don't see him looking stressed often at all, Lin Shidong. But that release of stress after that point, the scoreboard definitely putting some pressure on. And a big point, he's getting vocal now. Putsar puts up a good fight in a timeout on Tomislav's side. This isn't just game number one. This is one of, let's say, 2 games that if Tomislav Putsar doesn't win, Croatia's done with Team China in this round robin. So setting up for the backhand serve here, looking to get in powerfully on a third ball. Ooh,
8-all.
it was a reactive shot. Lin Shidong took the opening attack, and Putzar didn't go for broke. Played for positioning. Said, okay, got it. You want to put the pressure on, I'm going to change the timing on you, slow it down a little bit, spin it back. Soft hands, Putzar comes under the ball, 2 points out of his timeout. Remember, only one game has been taken against Team China so far across 3 team matches. That means on average, each team takes 1/3 of a game from Team China. And this time it's shallow enough that that side spin forehand is able to cause the effect that Lin Shidong wanted. Ripping backhand, 119 revolutions per second. That is bar none, from what I've seen, the spinniest shot we've had a graphic for by far.
10-9.
And it's game point for Tomislav Putzar. Remember, 119 RPS. Looking to cash in this timeout, read the opponent.
10-all.
Well, you could feel what the game plan was. Get aggressive. Finish on a third ball, but that is wonderful touch. Lin Shidong felt like he knew exactly what the plan was and said, you know what? I've got a feeling you're going to want to attack. I'm going to play it as soft and low as possible, and now it's deuce. Good change of pattern, and it doesn't miss by much. Lin Shidong keeps it on the parallel after many times going wide to the forehand early. Gets Putzar back behind the table. Can't ask for much better backhands than this. The quality on the last 2 shots as Putzar saves a game point from having his own. 2 ripping shots to keep the pressure on. That was Lin Shidong, by the way. Bit of side and topspin, the off-speed backhand again. 2 of the last 3 points that Putzar has won have been with off-speed shots. This is where data matters statistically. No need to rush to overpower on the third ball.
12-all.
Lin Shidong going wide to that forehand again, and at the 4th towel break in this game, it's dead even. The only score line possible. Putzar's won points in many ways. We've seen him drive the ball, we've seen him rip it, we've seen him slowly spin it back, side spin on. But good patience from Lin Shidong to set up another game point. Nice parallel forehand as he turns. I like the slow spin, but so does Lin Shidong. 14-12, he closes the door in an extended game number 1. The closest by far we've had. The top scoring game of a Croatian so far has been 6 points, that in the first mixed doubles game. But here, 12 points, 1 more than what is needed to win a game, but you must win by 2. So in this case, 2 less than what was needed to win the game. It's Lin Shidong making it a 7-0 lead. 1 more game, and China has bageled Croatia. Game number 2 could be the last. Stay right here to find out.
Time. Second game, Pucar to serve. Love all.
Now or never, Tomislav Pucar has the serve. Up, still in play. As wide as can be the rip. Oh, and Lin Shadong.
One up.
He said, did it go down or what? I want to see a replay of this. You can challenge it. TTR, whichever way. Whoever loses this point is going to call TTR, and that's a must.
TTR challenge
Wow.
by China. Edge
So the
ball.
call was Pucar's. That means Lin Shadong says, I think that went down. It's worth a shot. I love it. He's very much himself, very comfortable with himself. Spectacular points. And we're going to find out if it touched any of the playing surface or if it was completely side of the table. With the naked eye, it was too tough to see in real time. So there are two different rooms right now, one inside the stadium and one with computers running outside, and they find the best angle to give the replay. 14 different cameras to make sure that they get the best angle to determine factually whether this ball was good or not. Can't wait to see it. Time will tell. Remember, for Tomislav Pucar, this is a must-win. Side. Ooh, I can't tell. Side. Ooh.
Okay.
Is that good? In. There it is. Just a little bit
Challenge
of it.
unsuccessful.
Wow. That green
One
dot.
challenge remaining. 1-0.
They showed a slightly upwards trajectory, which made me question myself, but that green dot, okay, the call was made correctly. Roman Klecker in real time
Love to.
made that call properly. That's crazy. I hope that's all over social media. That point was really spectacular, and Tomislav Pucar off to a wonderful start once again.
1-2.
Game number one, he was down 0-3. So when I say once again, actually, let's just say off to a great start. Self-defense for the briefest of moments, then has a little bit of time. Two very different shots. The first one is essentially holding the racket up high to stay on top of the ball and close. The next one you have to drop to generate power. Lin Shadong is omnipresent. A little bit of Michel Branch out here. He is everywhere, all over the court, and ready with the response. Tomislav Pucar saying, well, got to make some different decisions out here.
4-2.
That was not one of them. The first towel break. Obviously, the intention was not what happened there, not the outcome. But that's the pressure of serving to Lin Shadong. Serves that would otherwise work against most players in the world. Something different needed out here.
5-2.
So in terms of challenges, Lin Shadong only has one TTR left, unsuccessfully. You have an infinite amount of calls as long as you're right, but you only have two unsuccessful challenges.
2-6.
So 6 in a row from Lin Shadong after that challenge.
Make sure the service is vertical. 2-6. Yes, yes, yes.
I love it. Using a challenge on a warning. He just wants to know.
TTR challenge by Croatia, service angle.
What a clever guy. This is important, and here's why. Did it cost him a point? No, not yet. But if he has to focus, if he has to be thinking, I can't do my normal service toss, that could cost him many points throughout this match. So it's well worth it. Even Frane Kojic likes this. I think Nevin's smiling in the heart. Really, really clever play right now. If he's unsuccessful, all it costs him is a challenge, not the point, because no point was awarded. This is good data. This is important data. This is part of the reason the umpires make the calls better and better. They have so much data to work with. Players aren't sitting on TTR watching the measurements of every serve. Some umpires are.
Angle, verticality, angle.
So communication here.
Croatia.
We are in Chengdu, which is beautiful. A lot of riverside walks. So no more than 30 degrees off of straight up in any direction. That's all that's allowed. So this is for a warning. Let's see here. Oh, that looks good to me. Not even close. Now here's why. The angle is not side. It's back more. You'd have to imagine. Nope.
Yes, it's point. If you challenge it, it's point.
Ooh. Now this is something I was not familiar with. Oh, wow. Well, Roman Klecker knows better than I do. There you go. Fascinating.
8-2. And one challenge remaining.
So in terms of what I thought was a brilliant strategy for Data, knowing a little bit more about this, we see a beautiful around the net shot here. Does not have to go over the net. Ball hit wide. He skates it around that post. But yeah, knowing more about it, it makes me want to learn even more. I'm surprised that did cost him the point. That suddenly became a very risky type of call that you probably won't see again for some time. Wow. And again, the angle drawn on screen in a two-dimensional angle, that looked to be much less than 30 degrees, but you'd imagine the measurement was backwards into the body.
4-9.
There have been talks about AI coming into the game to help with the service toss verticality.
10-4.
And service visibility, but right now the main thing that's visible is that there are 6 team match points for China to close this out against Croatia. Exhibition point. He's thrown in the flag, Pucar. And 11-4, Lin Shidong takes it. 8 straight games for Team China doing what they do. This is the majority of their matches. Even having played all the other teams they've played so far. Team Hong Kong, China, the only team to get 1 game so far. And last year, even in the final, Team Korea Republic only took 1 game. Wow, lots to learn. Exciting times. It's always good to be watching. Tomislav Pucar. It's got to be a bitter taste after that challenge to realize that you didn't have to, and suddenly it ends up costing you more. But after a very tightly fought game number 1, game number 2, not the same. So Croatia is not done. This is stage 2 group, meaning round robin play. They happen to have the toughest team first, the defending champions 2 years in a row. There will be no, well, doubles matches to come. The women's doubles and the men's doubles were all backup plans for Team China, and hopes for Croatia, who will play 5 more team matches in hopes of coming out one of the top 4. But tied for 5th place coming in, Croatia has their work cut out for them. The toughest battle has been completed. And with Japan, with Germany, with Korea Republic awaiting, there is a 4-way tie for 1st place right now. So as table number 2 continues to fight on the other side, you can catch everything you need on ITTF.com. The matches, the stats, the results, the draws, information, rule books, and everything else. So after seeing Wang Chuqin calling for the TTR that Lin Shidong called, we're going to have an on-court interview now with our winners in their opening match in stage number 2. Team China down on court into a packed stadium here in the Sichuan Gymnasium. The crowd will love to see this. We've got our own Fraser Riley down there on court for the live post-team match interviews. Stick around, I'm sure it'll be interesting to hear. We'll have translation and everything else to hear the words from the winners and defending champs, Team China on home soil. From the looks of it, it'll be Lin Shidong and Kwai Man.
Team China have defeated Team Croatia here in match 1 of stage number 2. Congratulations, Shidong. You got the win here in your first match. How would you assess your team's performance today?
恭喜中国队在第2阶段的第1场比赛当中赢得了克罗地亚队。首先第一个问题问给林诗栋，如何评价一下今天的表现？
其实我们今天也是进入到第2阶段了吧，然后对手也随着比赛的进程，然后越来越强，然后我们也会不论对待哪个队的对手，我们都会全力以赴吧。
We're at the second stage already, and we guess that we're going to face stronger opponents, be it our opponent who or not. We're going to give full vitality and full energy.
And now going to you, Kwai Man. As one of the key contributors to China's win today, what were the key things for you in your performance against Ivana Malabovic?
好，第2个问题给款曼，作为本场的比赛团队的贡献者之一，你觉得自己拿下胜利的关键是什么？
我觉得我今天的比赛可能从心态来说做得比较好吧，然后可能出战单打的次数很少吧，然后可能和混双有些不一样吧，所以今天其实整场的心态都处理得比较好吧。
I believe that the key is the mentality today because I have not been playing so many singles events and it is very different from the mixed doubles, so I guess the mentality.
Well, you played brilliantly. Good luck in the next round. Congratulations.
恭喜。
Well, there you have it, back in singles action. She was mentally strong, Kwai Man. Lin Shidong acknowledging the team's performance in general. So, a look at the standings now, having played stage 2 already. They are in the first spot. Team China, the fastest to finish. It's an hour and 20 minutes after the match started, the team matchup, and they've already had time to debrief, interview, and get ready. Now you have time to watch matches on table number 2, Korea Republic and France, as Alexis Lebrun and Zhang Wujin battle. ITTF.com, check out the live stream wherever you can, and we'll be back with another team match for you tonight at 7 p.m. right here on Table 1. You won't want to miss it. Lots to look forward to. It'll be Germany and Sweden in the second session tonight. We'll see you at 7 p.m. local time China. Until then, 再见.
Game in Mr. China. China win. 3 good luck. 11-5 เกมดูฝ่ายมาก 11-4, game in match to China. China wins 8-0.